watching the project.
Now, as we mentioned before the break, we spoke to Zaky Mallah, the man who has caused a storm after his appearance on QandA last night. This is what he had to say.
Zaky, do you think that there are circumstances where people are justified to go and join and fight with ISIL?
No, definitely not. Nothing justifies an Australian to go to Syria or to Iraq and join any group, especially when it comes to joining ISIS.
So, Zaky, even though that's not what you meant on Q&A, are you not a little bit concerned that maybe somebody watching saw that as a call to arms?
Look, there are some, young, radicalised Muslims in the community at the moment who have always hated the Abbott government, from the let-go. And last night's incident from the minister who suggested that, stripping Australians from their citizenship just escalated things to a whole new level.
Zaky, I don't feel like you're taking responsibility for this, really. I mean, Fifi asked you a question about what you said and the way it was interpreted, and your response was to talk about how bad the government was. The point is that the inflammation in this actually came from you. It came from what you said. And there might be people who interpret, in fact, there clearly were a lot of people who interpreted it as a call to arms. Do you feel any sense of responsibility for people who would interpret you that way?
No, I don't hold myself responsible for the stupidity of the Abbott government.
No, it's not about the stupidity of the Abbott government,
and his minister.
It's not about the stupidity of the Abbott government.
Just let me finish for a sec. You've asked me a question. I'm coming to your answer. Look, I'm an Australian. I was born and bred here. I love my country. I'm a man of, I believe that Australia is a country of, the rule of law, and the Abbott government is trashing that. They're saying, look, no, you don't deserve to be put through the criminal justice system if you're a terrorist suspect. Rather, we will elect a minister to have this case heard on his desk and toss a coin and say, look, your citizenship is cancelled, I'll get back to you later, and I'll have your passport refused.
Zaky, you've done it again. I mean, I asked you a question about your words and the way that people would respond to your words, and you've turned the conversation entirely into a tirade about the Abbott government. Like I say, you are entitled to make that tirade, but I'm actually asking a question about the response to your words and the fact that they were irresponsible last night. It seems like you're not even prepared to accept that.
No, I've already answered that question. I already said to you I bear no responsibility. I expressed my views last night. I was entitled to express my views just like everyone else did last night.
Zaky, it seems to me you've completely misread what's happened today. No one's actually having a conversation about the government and the rule of law and whether or not its citizenship changes are a threat to the rule of law. That conversation, incidentally, was actually already underway. Your intervention completely blew that off the rails. Your intervention has made this about you and about radicalisation in the Muslim community and about the fact that words such as yours drive people towards that radicalisation. A conversation that you, it seems, don't even want to have now, having started it. So I wonder if you are aware of the fact that you're actually, it seems, doing a lot more damage here than you are help. And that it might be better if you just backed away.
That's incorrect. Sorry, that's incorrect. Look, Australia champions freedom of speech, and I definitely had my say last night, and I expressed my views in the best way I did, and the best way I could. Maybe the tone of voice was a bit harsh, but look, I stand by my words. I stand by everything I said last night, and I'm willing to have round two with this minister in relation to these citizenship legislations that he wants to put forth before the Parliament.
But what would you say to any young person currently considering going over to fight with ISIL?
Look, anyone I've been on your program before, and I've made it very clear that anyone who wants to go and travel to Syria or to Iraq to join ISIS, don't go. It's an organisation that has hijacked Islam. It's an organisation that has hijacked the jihad. I don't support ISIS, and I don't support anyone leaving Australia and their families to head overseas and join this group.
There it was. We're going to take a break now. We'll see you on the other side.